Welcome to my review of Thug Life. This is a movie which is directed by Mani Ratnam and some of the biggest stars including Kamal Hassan, Silambarsan, Trisha, Ashok Salman, Aishwarya, they have all acted. First, this is almost like Mani Ratnam Kamal Hassan combo's second movie coming close to after 40 years. They are the combo who gave the much acclaimed Nayagan, which also was selected as one of the best 100 movies by the Times magazine. So there's a lot of expectations around this movie. I entered with all those expectations and I watched the movie not just once, twice to make sure I'm not missing anything. So the movie has a very simple narrative style. It's all about this thug called Shaktivel who keeps encountering death and keeps escaping it in different ways. That's the crux of the story. There are so many characters around it. But that's the essential crux. His narration starts with how he escapes death right from his birth throughout his growing up, and the movie is all about few other occasions where he's escaping death, and finally the movie ends in a similar fashion. So the movie actually starts with a black and white flashback where Kamal Hassan is pretty young, and I think the de-aging technique has played very well, and where he escapes from death and one of his partners in crime turns against him and informs the police. He uses a boy as a shield whose father gets killed in this altercation by some of the friends of Kamal Hassan. This boy, Kamal, gets sentimentally attached and Kamal raises him and this boy becomes Simbu. This entire flashback scene was taken in black and white. It was very fast paced. It was so refreshing to see Kamal Hassan without a beard looking prim and proper. I wish the whole movie had been more like that. So then it immediately turns into showing a death of Nazar, who is Kamal Hassan's brother in this movie, his daughter. Nazar's daughter, there's not much of backdrop or detail around who she is, but it just shows that she's pregnant and she's the person who is responsible. He's high on drugs and refuses to take responsibility. She immediately commits suicide. First, I felt this was a very cliche, old-fashioned scene showing a girl around 2016, a girl belonging to a powerful family, because by then Kamal Hassan Nayagan Kamal Hassan Nazar, they both have become big shots, very wealthy. A daughter belonging to this kind of a family, backed by such powerful personalities, choosing to commit suicide, and that too for accidentally getting pregnant in around 2016. It really didn't connect me through. Then she commits suicide and Kamal Hassan finds who is responsible. It's the same old Don who came in the black and white scene, his relative who is responsible, and Chimbu captures him and Kamal Hassan kills him and goes to jail. All of this happens very quickly, and when Kamal Hassan goes to jail, he says Chimbu is going to be responsible for the entire gang. And Kamal Hassan did all of this for Nazar, his elder brother, whose daughter got killed. In strange mix of things. Another thing that I couldn't accept was immediately once Kamal Hassan has gone to jail, Nazar, he developed some sort of a bitter feeling that Kamal Hassan did not trust him with the responsibility. And then he has trusted Chimbu more, whereas Chimbu is kind of consoling Nazar. What I couldn't really connect was Nazar's daughter got killed. Kamal Hassan made sure he killed the person who was responsible for it. he also went to jail for Nazar, and Nazar being totally not having any sense of gratitude. It really wasn't very strong to see why a person who had such a big personal tragedy turn against Kamal Hassan, who actually has helped him. Then Kamal Hassan goes to jail, and there are some quick flashback scenes which kind of show how Trisha, who's the character who's been saved by Kamal Hassan in a prostitute place when she was almost a teenager, and how she and Kamal Hassan, they develop some sort of affinity. What's interesting is this premise is very similar to how Charanya got saved in the Nayagan, but it's a little different because Kamal Hassan goes in search for Chimbu, whose sister also vanished during the starting shootout. And then Kamal Hassan has this weird affair with Trisha, and he spends few days there. And then he comes out of the jail, and the movie kind of takes a little bit faster pace with Abhirami, who's Kamal's wife, is introduced. And soon the power dynamics start going a little wrong. Once Kamal is out, there's again one more assassination attempt on him, and he starts doubting Simbu, who meanwhile tries to make deal with this another old Don, whose deal Kamal Hassan doesn't like. And in a quick turn of things, all Kamal Hassan's gang, entire gang of actors, the entire gang who's been supporting Kamal Hassan for no big reason, turns against Kamal Hassan, takes him to somewhere close to China or Nepal, throw him and try to kill him, and think that they have killed him. And they also by then convince Chimbu that Kamal Hassan is the one who killed his father, and they all think they have killed Kamal Hassan. They come back, and meanwhile Chimbu had also developed this fascination against Trisha, and Chimbu takes over not just Kamal Hassan's place in this gang, but also takes over Trisha, and that's what it is. And Kamal Hassan takes 2 years, learns some martial arts and all, comes back, kills everyone responsible for his death one by one, and finally educates Chimbu that he was not the one who killed his father, and tries to unite Chimbu with his sister who was lost, but Chimbu still gets killed, and Kamal Hassan goes into a mode where he kind of becomes a supporter of police, and he's pardoned, and he talks he lives with his wife. What's kind of funny is initially when the movie starts, he spends more time with Trisha, then gets to his wife. When the movie ends, he again comes after his death. He first spends time with his wife, then moves to Trisha. So overall, there are not too many layers or depths or multifaceted dimensions to the story. Coming from Maniratnam and Maniratnam and Kamal Hassan, this is pretty straightforward story. So I could guess everything, what's going to happen next, mostly. So that's where I was little disappointed. Coming from two geniuses who have ever been part of Tamil industry, or not just Tamil, Indian film industry, I would have expected little more nuances. But that aside, the filmography, the photography, the background music, everything was excellent. And I also found the songs of the movie extraordinary, and for some strange reasons I couldn't really find any of the songs making fully for throughout the movie. And another thing was, like, movie is a little on a serious tone. There's little humor that was missing, songs that were missing, so they could have really changed the pace a little. Those were the things. But considering Maniratnam and also Kamal, it's okay that there are no songs or comedy, because they want to maintain a specific pace in this movie. But it's still, I would say, it's watchable once. What we really missed was, if we are expecting something like a Nayagan, which was so deep, so dense, which had a great music and which brought a lot of new things, this was not. And so there is definitely a Godfather influence. For those who had seen Godfather 2, you had the Michael Corleone, whose brother turns against him. It's a similar knot they have taken. But the reason was so well established in that movie. Here, why Nazar turning against Kamal Hassan is not well established. Why Chimbu goes against Kamal Hassan is not established. I think Maniratnam, I've read some of his interviews. He rather wants the audience to connect instead of detailing. But the problem with that approach is we don't feel connected to why Kamal Hassan should be saved, or why Shimbu should live. We just feel like we are just watching something. We don't feel an emotional connection to any of the characters. For me, that was the downside. When I watched Nayagan, I really wanted Velu Nayak to live, but I was so sad when he died. Here, whether Kamal Hassan lives or dies, or Chimbu dies, it makes no difference. There was not an emotional connect. But still, for the quality of making and the quality of music, quality of photography, and great acting, whatever scenes they were, Kamal Hassan and B. Chimbu, they were the two best performers. So still, it's one-time worth. But is it going to be as memorable as Nayagan? It's not going to be. Hopefully, the combo returns for one more movie. Thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye.